This thing's officially got 2,800 miles on it after 14 months now. Okay, so I've had my 300L for 14 months now, and the question is, do I still love it? The quick answer is yes. Is there anything I don't like about it? Absolutely. That's the suspension. We all know the suspension is way too soft for any kind of high-speed riding, whoops, even gravel roads with big potholes. The one good thing about the suspension, I would say, is it is absolutely killer in loose, soft, steep stuff to start and get going on the hills, because it just sucks it up, transfers all the weight to that rear tire, and just straight up goes. Probably better than most bikes. But with that being said, it still is way too soft for everything else. So that's probably something I'm definitely going to upgrade in the future. I'm not sure when, because I haven't made up my mind, because I don't want to gain a bunch of seat height. So that's my big conundrum. I'm short. I don't want to be able to not touch, but it does need to be stiffer by at least a little bit for my style of riding. Is this bike the best bike for everything? I would say it is, if you're going to do everything. For straight up trails, no. We all know a two-stroke enduro bike is going to be way better, and lighter, and going to go better, more power, everything. For the road, no, it's a little slow. But if you're going to do both of those things, I would say this is probably the best, or one of the best bikes to do, a good mid-range of, you're going to leave from your house, you're going to ride it to the trails, you're going to ride the trails, and you're going to ride home. And it's going to get 70 miles to the gallon doing so. So you got, 140 mile range with the stock tank. So that's pretty good compared to most bikes, at least. And then, the maintenance is really, really low on this thing. You don't got to do much to it. You got to clean the air filter and change the oil every once in a while, and that's about it. When you look at these two-stroke trail bikes that are, they're awesome. They're killer. They're super lightweight. They go anywhere, but you got to replace the top end every 100 hours or whatever it is. I'm not sure on that, but I know they don't last forever. And then, you got about a 70-mile range on most of them until you add a big tank. And then if you get something like a KLR 650, they're killer on the road, but I wouldn't want to be riding that thing on, tight technical single track at all. So, you pick your poison, and I think this is a killer option for middle of the road. It can do everything. Not great, but it'll do everything, and it's probably the best, in my opinion, at doing all of the things. think my favorite thing about owning this bike is the fact that I can jump on it from my house and go see things like this, or the views like this. It's just, it's hard to do on another bike.
Here we're up the 93 road on the washed out section. Had to move some boulders. Looks like we're the first ones through this year. Chuck's gonna show us how to do it. Like a pro. That's the route they got.
If you're wondering if the 300 can do hard enduro, the answer is yes. Look at some of the stuff in this video. It might not be the hardest, but it's definitely tight, technical, hard single track. And with this bike geared down one tooth in the front and the gummy rear tire, yeah, it tractors up just about anything you can put it up. Another thing that's really cool about this bike is I've got that many miles. I put this tire set on as soon as I got it with 1 mile on it. And like, yeah, it's getting down there. This tire's getting pretty worn. But with the tubeless system, I can drop it down to 5 pounds. And this thing still works really good with 2,800 miles on it. And like, yeah, the thing doesn't have a bunch of power, so it's not blasting the tire off all the time. It's, you know, rarely spinning. It just puts the traction down, especially when you're aired down like that. But holy crap, like 2,800 miles on an off-road tire, that's hard to beat.